The world of Dragon Ball is one of constant battles, where warriors push their limits to protect their loved ones and the universe itself. In this story, the stakes are higher than ever as the rivalry between two of the strongest Saiyans, Goku and Vegeta, takes center stage. The title, Dragon Ball, Vegeta's unrelenting resolve, Goku's hidden strength, and the concealed Super Saiyan 3 form, hints at a tale of betrayal, ambition, and the unyielding pursuit of power. This is part 1, where the stage is set, the characters' motivations are unveiled, and the initial clash between these titans begins. The story begins on Earth, where peace has been maintained for several years following the defeat of Majin Buu. However, the calm is deceptive, as tensions simmer beneath the surface. Vegeta, the proud Saiyan prince, has grown increasingly restless. Despite his growth in power and his contributions to saving Earth, he feels overshadowed by Goku, who always seems to be one step ahead. Vegeta's pride as a warrior and his desire to surpass Goku consume him, driving him to train relentlessly. His motivation is clear, to prove once and for all that he is the strongest Saiyan, not just in power but in spirit. This burning ambition fuels his every move, and he begins to suspect that Goku has been hiding something, a secret that could tip the scales in their rivalry. Goku, on the other hand, remains as carefree as ever, but his actions suggest a deeper layer of strategy. While he appears to be training casually, there are moments when his power spikes unexpectedly, only to be quickly suppressed. His motivation is less about rivalry and more about protecting those he loves. Goku has always been a selfless warrior, but this time, he seems to be holding back for a reason. Unbeknownst to Vegeta, Goku has achieved a new level of power, Super Saiyan 3. However, he chooses to keep this transformation hidden, fearing that revealing it too soon could have dire consequences. Goku's decision to conceal his true strength becomes a central point of conflict, as Vegeta's suspicions grow and his frustration boils over. The initial conflict arises during a training session between the two Saiyans. Vegeta, eager to test his limits, challenges Goku to a sparring match. The battlefield is a remote, rocky wasteland, where the two warriors can unleash their full power without endangering innocent lives. The air crackles with energy as they face off, their auras flaring to life. Vegeta, clad in his signature blue and white armor, smirks confidently, his eyes burning with determination. Goku, wearing his orange gi, stands relaxed but ready, his calm demeanor masking the immense power within. The fight begins with a burst of speed as Vegeta launches himself at Goku, his fist aimed squarely at his rival's chest. Goku sidesteps effortlessly, countering with a swift kick that Vegeta blocks with his forearm. The impact sends shockwaves rippling through the air, shattering nearby boulders. Vegeta presses the attack, unleashing a flurry of punches and kicks, each strike faster and more powerful than the last. Goku dodges and parries with precision, his movements fluid and controlled. Despite Vegeta's relentless assault, Goku remains unfazed, his calm demeanor only fueling Vegeta's frustration. "Stop holding back, Kakarot!" Vegeta roars, his voice echoing across the battlefield. He powers up, his golden aura intensifying as he transforms into a Super Saiyan 2. The ground beneath him cracks under the sheer force of his energy, and his eyes narrow with focus. Goku, still in his base form, raises an eyebrow but says nothing. He knows Vegeta is serious now, and he can't afford to underestimate him. Vegeta charges forward, his speed increasing exponentially. He delivers a devastating punch to Goku's midsection, sending him flying into a nearby cliffside. The impact creates a massive crater, and dust fills the air. Vegeta doesn't let up, firing a barrage of energy blasts toward the crater. The explosions light up the sky, and the ground trembles violently. However, as the smoke clears, Goku emerges unscathed, his expression still calm but now tinged with a hint of seriousness. "All right, Vegeta," Goku says, his voice steady. "If you're going all out, I guess I'll have to step it up too." With that, Goku powers up, his aura flaring to life as he transforms into a Super Saiyan. The golden energy surrounds him, and his hair spikes up, turning a brilliant blonde. Vegeta grins, pleased that Goku is finally taking him seriously. The two Saiyans clash again, their fists meeting in a blinding explosion of energy. The force of their collision sends shockwaves rippling across the landscape, uprooting trees and carving deep fissures into the ground. The battle intensifies as both warriors push their limits. Vegeta, driven by his desire to surpass Goku, taps into every ounce of his power. He unleashes his signature attack, the Gallic Gun, a massive energy beam that streaks toward Goku with terrifying speed. Goku counters with a Kamehameha wave, the two attacks colliding in a spectacular display of light and energy. The resulting explosion creates a massive crater, and the shockwave knocks both fighters back. Despite the immense power of their attacks, neither is willing to back down. As the fight rages on, Vegeta begins to notice something strange. Goku's power seems to fluctuate, as if he's holding back. This realization infuriates Vegeta, who redoubles his efforts to force Goku to reveal his true strength. "What are you hiding, Kakarot?" Vegeta demands, his voice filled with rage. "I know you're stronger than this. Show me what you've got." Goku hesitates, his expression conflicted. He knows that revealing his Super Saiyan 3 form could end the fight, but he also knows the toll it takes on his body. However, with Vegeta's relentless attacks and growing anger, Goku realizes he may not have a choice. The stage is set for a dramatic escalation, as the two Saiyans prepare to unleash their full power. The initial clash has only scratched the surface of their abilities, and the true battle is yet to come. In this first part of the story, the motivations of both Goku and Vegeta are laid bare. Vegeta's unyielding pride and desire to surpass Goku drive him to push his limits, while Goku's protective instincts and strategic thinking lead him to conceal his true strength. The initial fight scene showcases their incredible power and skill, with vivid descriptions of their attacks, counters, and transformations. As the story progresses, the tension between these two warriors will only grow, setting the stage for an epic confrontation that will test their limits and redefine their rivalry. The battlefield was a chaotic storm of energy blasts, shattered terrain, and the deafening roars of combatants. Vegeta, the proud Saiyan prince, lay defeated on the ground, his body battered and his pride shattered. His eyes burned with fury and regret, unable to accept his loss. "Kakarot! You fool! Why didn't you use your full power?" he muttered through gritted teeth, his voice barely audible over the cacophony of battle. Goku, standing a short distance away, clenched his fists, his expression unreadable. He had been holding back, concealing his true strength, but the stakes were too high now. The enemy, a monstrous being born of pure malice, loomed over them, its dark aura suffocating the air. The creature, known as Malakar, was a fusion of ancient evil and Saiyan DNA, created by a rogue scientist who sought to surpass the gods. Its power was overwhelming, its movements unpredictable, and its hunger for destruction insatiable. Malakar laughed, a deep, guttural sound that sent shivers down the spines of everyone present. "Is this all the mighty Saiyans have to offer? Pathetic!" it taunted, its voice echoing across the battlefield. Goku's eyes narrowed, his usual carefree demeanor replaced by a steely resolve. "Vegeta, get up. We can't win if we don't fight together," he said, his voice calm but firm. Vegeta growled, forcing himself to his feet, his body trembling with effort. "Don't tell me what to do, Kakarot. I don't need your help," he snapped, though his words lacked their usual bite. The battle resumed with renewed intensity. Goku and Vegeta charged at Malakar simultaneously, their movements a blur of speed and precision. Goku unleashed a flurry of punches, each strike aimed at Malakar's vital points, while Vegeta focused on powerful, concentrated energy blasts. Malakar countered with ease, its reflexes inhumanly fast. It caught Goku's fist mid-strike and hurled him into the ground, creating a massive crater. Before Vegeta could react, Malakar appeared behind him, delivering a devastating kick that sent him flying into a nearby mountain. The impact caused the mountain to crumble, burying Vegeta under tons of rubble. Goku emerged from the crater, his body glowing with a golden aura. He had transformed into a Super Saiyan, his power increasing exponentially. "You're strong, but I won't let you win," Goku declared, his voice filled with determination. He launched himself at Malakar, their fists colliding with a shockwave that shattered the surrounding landscape. The two combatants exchanged blows at blinding speed, their movements creating afterimages that lingered in the air. Goku's attacks were relentless, but Malakar's durability was unmatched. The creature absorbed the damage and retaliated with equal ferocity, its strikes landing with bone-crushing force. Meanwhile, Vegeta dug himself out of the rubble, his body battered but his spirit unbroken. "Damn it! I won't be outdone by Kakarot," he roared, his aura flaring to life as he too transformed into a Super Saiyan. His power surged, and he joined the fray, his attacks more focused and brutal than ever. Together, Goku and Vegeta fought with a synergy born of rivalry and mutual respect. They coordinated their attacks, forcing Malakar on the defensive. Goku distracted the creature with a series of rapid strikes, while Vegeta charged a powerful energy blast. "Now, Vegeta," Goku shouted, creating an opening. Vegeta unleashed his attack, a massive energy sphere that engulfed Malakar in a blinding explosion. The dust cleared, revealing Malakar still standing, though visibly damaged. Its body was scorched, and its movements were slower, but its eyes burned with even greater malice. Impressive. But not enough. It snarled, its voice dripping with venom. Malakar's body began to mutate, its muscles bulging and its aura darkening. The ground beneath it cracked and crumbled as its power reached new heights. Goku and Vegeta exchanged a glance, their expressions grim. "We need to go beyond," Goku said, his voice steady. Vegeta nodded, his pride momentarily set aside. "Let's do it," he agreed. Goku closed his eyes, focusing his energy. His golden aura intensified, and his hair grew longer, spikier. He had transformed into a Super Saiyan 3, his power surpassing anything he had shown before. The transformation was taxing, but Goku knew it was necessary. Vegeta, though unable to match Goku's transformation, pushed his own limits, his aura burning brighter than ever. The two Saiyans charged at Malakar once more, their combined power creating a shockwave that rippled across the battlefield. The final clash was a spectacle of raw power and determination. Goku and Vegeta fought with everything they had, their movements a blur of energy and motion. Goku's Super Saiyan 3 form gave him the edge in speed and strength, but Malakar's resilience was still a formidable challenge. Vegeta, though outmatched, used his tactical brilliance to exploit every opening. He launched a series of energy blasts, forcing Malakar to divide its attention. Goku capitalized on the distraction, delivering a devastating punch that sent Malakar crashing into the ground. But Malakar was not finished. With a roar of defiance, it unleashed a massive energy wave, its dark power threatening to consume everything in its path. Goku and Vegeta stood side by side, their auras merging as they prepared to counter the attack. "On my mark," Goku shouted. "Now!" They unleashed a combined energy blast, their powers merging into a single, overwhelming force. The two attacks collided, creating a blinding explosion that lit up the sky. When the light faded, Malakar was gone, its body disintegrated by the sheer force of the Saiyans' combined power. Goku and Vegeta stood victorious, their bodies battered but their spirits unbroken. The battlefield was silent, save for the sound of their heavy breathing. "We did it," Vegeta said, his voice tinged with disbelief. Goku smiled, though his expression was weary. "Yeah. But it wasn't easy," he replied. The two Saiyans shared a rare moment of camaraderie, their rivalry momentarily set aside. As the dust settled, Goku's Super Saiyan 3 form faded, his body returning to its base state. The toll of the transformation was evident, but he remained standing. Vegeta, too, was exhausted, but his pride kept him from showing weakness. "Don't think this means I've accepted you as my equal, Kakarot," he said, though there was a hint of respect in his tone. Goku chuckled, his usual carefree demeanor returning. "Wouldn't expect anything less, Vegeta," he replied. The battle was over, but the scars it left would remain. Goku and Vegeta had pushed past their limits, proving once again that the Saiyan spirit was unbreakable. As they walked away from the battlefield, the sun began to rise, casting a golden light over the shattered landscape. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: as long as they stood together, no enemy was too great to overcome. The final battle between Goku and Vegeta reaches its climax as the two Saiyans push their limits beyond anything they've ever experienced. The battlefield, already scarred from their earlier clashes, trembles under the sheer force of their energy. Vegeta, his body battered and his pride shattered, refuses to back down, his eyes burning with a mix of rage and desperation. "Kakarot! You've been holding back this entire time!" he roars, his voice cracking with fury. Goku, standing tall but visibly strained, responds with a calm yet determined expression. "I didn't want to use this form, Vegeta. It's not something I can control easily, but I don't have a choice anymore." With a deafening roar, Goku's aura erupts into a blinding golden light, his hair growing longer and spikier as he ascends to Super Saiyan 3. The transformation sends shockwaves across the battlefield, and even Vegeta, for a moment, is frozen in awe. The sheer magnitude of Goku's power is overwhelming, but Vegeta quickly shakes off his hesitation. "You think this changes anything?" he yells, charging forward with a flurry of punches and energy blasts. Goku counters with ease, his movements fluid and precise, but the strain of maintaining Super Saiyan 3 is evident. His body begins to ache, and his energy drains faster than ever before. The fight intensifies as Vegeta taps into every ounce of his remaining strength, his attacks growing more ferocious and unpredictable. He lands a devastating blow to Goku's midsection, sending him crashing into a nearby mountain. Goku struggles to his feet, blood dripping from his mouth, but his resolve remains unshaken. "You're strong, Vegeta," he admits, "but this isn't just about strength. It's about protecting what matters most." Vegeta sneers, his pride wounded by Goku's words. "Spare me your sentimental nonsense. I don't fight for others, I fight for myself. As the battle rages on, the emotional weight of their conflict becomes palpable. Vegeta's attacks grow more desperate, his pride driving him to the brink of self-destruction. Goku, on the other hand, fights with a quiet determination, his focus on ending the battle without further destruction. The two Saiyans clash in a final, earth-shattering collision of energy, their auras merging into a blinding explosion of light. When the dust settles, both warriors are on their knees, their bodies broken but their spirits unyielding. In a moment of clarity, Vegeta realizes the futility of his endless pursuit of power. Kakarot. You've always been one step ahead of me, he mutters, his voice filled with a mix of bitterness and reluctant admiration. Goku, breathing heavily, offers a small smile. You're wrong, Vegeta. I'm not ahead of you, we're just on different paths. But if we work together, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Vegeta's pride prevents him from fully accepting Goku's words, but the seed of change has been planted. The aftermath of the battle leaves the universe forever altered. Vegeta, though still driven by his pride, begins to question his solitary path. Goku's willingness to sacrifice himself for the greater good leaves a lasting impression on him, and he starts to see the value in fighting for something beyond himself. Meanwhile, Goku's decision to reveal Super Saiyan 3 comes at a cost. His body is pushed to its limits, and he knows he can't sustain the form for long. The battle serves as a turning point for both Saiyans, setting the stage for future conflicts and alliances. As the dust settles and the two warriors part ways, the universe holds its breath. The balance of power has shifted, and the actions of Goku and Vegeta will have far-reaching consequences. Their battle has not only tested their physical limits but also their emotional resolve, and the lessons learned will shape the future of the Saiyan race and the universe itself. The final clash between Goku and Vegeta is more than just a fight, it's a defining moment that changes everything.